into the second legs of the Europa League qualifying we go now, with some clubs already on the brink of elimination, with some clubs one step closer to qualification. What am I talking about? I'll tell you next. That's my folks, but once again with another video today, we take a look at the second legs of the first round of qualifying with the likes of the Sheriff, Tiraspol, Legia, Warsaw already on the brink of qualification. But can they seal the deal? We'll take a little look in just 1 second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe, one stop shop for Europa League, Babylon Rovers, woo, football. We're going to all here under one roof. Now, before we do that though, we're going to revisit the first legs, and here they come. Big shout out to the members, big shout out to the patrons. But here we go. We're talking about the Europa League, and we're coming at you thick and fast. That's right. And these were those first leg results on the screen. There they are. Kicking it all off with a Sheva against Celje, 2-2 in the end. I went with the 1-1 draw myself. Larnaca picked up a 1 over the Partizan Belgrade. Went with a 1-0 win on that one. Sheriff picking up a 4-0 win over Prishtina, that's right. I went with a 3-0 win. Cluj picking up a 0-0 draw against Paksi SE. 2-1 I went the other way. Levski Sofia with a 0-0 draw against Hapoel Warszawa. I went with a 3-2 win myself. Shakhtar Donetsk did beat Ilves Tampere out of Finland, 6-0 I think that was. Spartak Trnava losing to Häcken. Big win for the Swedes there. Legia also comfortable win, 1-0 win over Aktobe. In the first legs, that's of course just the first legs. Of course it could all change in those illustrious second legs. And we're going to take a look at them right here, right now. Kicking it all off with Celje up against Sheva, coming at you at the Arena Dinzeldalia. That's right, the first leg 3-2 win for Celje just the other week. Of course, they've only played each other once, both sides on 58% form. We don't have any odds on this one, so it's all about gut instinct. That's right, Celje, I think that's Slovenia, that's right, hosting this match up against Sheva, of course, who were hosting last weekend's action. Sheva coming at you out of Azerbaijan. We'll hope to turn the deficit on this one, but unfortunately they are in the away dagger. I do anticipate them having a bit of a tough encounter this time around. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Celje on the night. Again, we've got not much information on these guys, so we're going to go with what we know. Meanwhile, Partizan taking on AEK Larnaca. That's right, Partizan Belgrade coming at you out of, where are we on this one? Serbia, that's right. They're hosting this matchup against Cypriot outfit AEK Larnaca, who have the slender 1-0 lead, of course, but all these matches taking place on the 17th of July, taking place at the Partizan Stadium. That's why Partizan Belgrade, managed by Slagan Blagojevic, 4 defeats on the spin for them at the moment. Up against Larnaca, managed by Emanuel Edekis. That's right. They played 3 times in 2022. Larnaca winning 2 of them, Belgrade winning none of them. There's been 1 draw between these two sides. That 1 draw was the last time they played at this very venue, and a draw today would see Larnaca go through, Partizan Belgrade go home. For me, I'm going to go with a draw on this one, which continues the trend of seeing Partizan Belgrade not beat Larnaca. And of course, it does look like Larnaca will go through with that scoreline to, of course, the next round of qualifying. Well, it does get a little bit more difficult over in regards to qualifying. Meanwhile, we've got Prishtina taking on a Sheriff of Tiraspol. That's right. Where are we? Of course, Prishtina coming at you out of the Kosovo. That's right. Sheriff Tiraspol coming at you out of Moldova. That's right. Now, these two sides did play previously. It was a comfortable 4-0 win for Sheriff Tiraspol, managed by Viktor Milanov. Prishtina managed by Ashif Takic. Of course, for 50% form for them right now against the Sheriff, who are rocking a 92% form for them as of right now. 4-0 win comfortably last time around. Big mountain to climb. Cannot see Prishtina getting into it. Going to go with a 2-1 win for the Sheriff on the road, which of course will confirm their spot in the next round of matches, the second round of qualifying. Let's go. CFR Cluj, that's right, coming up against Paksi. Cluj, of course, coming out of Romania. Meanwhile, Paksi coming at you out of Hungary with a 0-0 draw in the first leg. Of course, this match taking place on the 17th of July as well. Both sides, not the best bit of form as well at the moment. Cluj just a 1 win in the last 4. Paksi also 1 win in the last 4. Both, looking for something to get this season already, even though it's still kind of post-season in the summer season, trying to get them cooking with gas, because you want to be to get through to the latter stages of this. And of course, it's definitely a money maker for you. I do think Cluj will bounce back here. Going to go with the 2-0 win for them on the night. To, of course, with that 0-0 first leg, we'll see them go through to the next round of stages, of course. Meanwhile, Hapoel Warszawa coming at you up against Levski Sofia. That's right, Israeli outfit. Hapoel Warszawa taking on Bulgarian outfit Levski Sofia. Also 0-0 in the first leg. Of course, these sides are familiar foes. This match taking place at the Nagadasi Varioso Stadion. Warszawa managed by Israeli Ran Kuchkic. Against Levski Sofia managed by the Spaniard Julio Vasquez. Both sides are unbeaten in the last 6. Warszawa, in fact, unbeaten in the last 7 matches. Well, Levski Sofia unbeaten in the last 12. Of course, they played each other 3 times since 2023. 1 for Levski Sofia, nothing for Warszawa. There's been 2 draws, including a draw, 0-0 last time around. The last that they played in Israel was a 0-0 draw way back in August 2023. And of course, Warszawa on back-to-back draws for them. Of course, both sides without a loss in a long time. This could go to penalties, this one. It does feel like it could be one of those slender matters. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win here for Levski Sofia, which should be enough for them to oust the Israeli outfit. Hapoel Warszawa. Meanwhile, we're going to go to Ilves Tampere with a mountain to climb, absolutely monumental mountain to climb, up against hot shots Shakhtar Donetsk. Of course, this match taking place over in Finland. I think that's where they're from. Is it? Can't really see them. It is from the Finland. 6-0 first leg. Shakhtar Donetsk, of course, powerhouse. This is at the Tampere Stadium. Ilves, managed by Yunus Rantaran, just 1 defeat in the last 4 for them. Up against Shakhtar, unbeaten in at least the last 6, possibly 10 games, of course, and we'll fancy the chances on this one. For me on this, it's going to be a massive mountain decline. Ilves Tampere probably will get a goal, but ultimately I think they'll still lose this one quite comfortably, 3-1 in the end. Back-to-back wins for them now. Trnava on the back of 3 successive defeats. So yeah, unfortunately, probably going to be a little bit of a tall order for Spartak Trnava to come back into this one on the away leg. So I'm going to go with the host, that's BK Haga. 2-1 win. And again, we'll do the calculations, but it looks like only one way to go on this one. And then finally, it's FK Aktobe from Kazakhstan taking on Legia Warsaw out of Poland. Of course, this match taking place over in where are Kazakhstan, that's right, with the slender, just a 1-0 lead for Legia Warsaw on this one. Of course, Aktobe playing their games at Central Stadium with Levski, the coach there. 2 wins, 2 defeats in the last 4, but on the back of a defeat, Legia Warsaw under Adban Aniascu, the Romanian, unbeaten in the last 3 now. These 2 sides, familiar foes, playing 3 times in the last 3 years. Legia Warsaw winning all 3 of them, but this match, of course, on the road this time. Probably going to be a draw, I reckon. 1-1 in the end, which, of course, if I'm right with my predictions from the first leg, this is what we should expect. NK Celje going through, joined by AEK Larnaca. We've got Sheriff joining them, Cluj as well, Levski Sofia, Shakhtar Donetsk, AEK Häcken and Legia Warsaw. Does that make an exciting second round of qualifying? Well, those guys will go through. The losers probably going through to the Conference League. But that, my friends, is just about it. Make sure you subscribe, smash like wherever you are in the world. Of course, we'll keep on going all the way through to the final in 2026.